with regards to education, like we said before, this is part of the um, benefits that we have had under ALBA. There's different types of exchanges. Well, first at all levels. First, literacy, like we said before, was overcome, but then there's also been other types of exchanges with our partner ALBA countries in medicine and other types of areas where there have been student exchanges that have been very important. Now, the way in which the unilateral sanctions keep attacking or affecting this this area in particular, since it was a success of the revolution. In Venezuela, for example, we had the largest we had one of the largest university enrollments in the region, in Cuba as well. So one of the aspects of the sanctions was precisely to attack education, to attack the possibility that we can improve, import things that will be helpful in improving education, but also, but the public sector, as the public sector is dependent on the income from, in the case of Venezuela, from the state, and that being income from oil revenues. Once the blockade starts, then it has been a problem for us to raise salaries in areas dependent on the public sector. That has been one of the large effects of the sanctions. While some parts of the private sector are have been improving because they're not subjected to the same sanctions as Venezuela's public sector is. The public sector is dragging behind. The sanctions are dragging it behind, and salaries, for example, of teachers, professors, are not at the level that they should be right now because of the lack of revenue, and not only for of course for the educators, but also along all public sector employees. So this is a direct effect. This is an effect that hurts our capability of providing better services in general to the public from the state, because the state's incomes are cut off by these sanctions. But the government has applied mechanisms to try to revert this and to try to combat this. We have an anti-blockade law that was put into effect a couple of years ago, and it contemplates special projects, and from those projects, the funding comes back to the state, and specifically to those areas that have been hurt most, so that the priorities of the Bolivarian revolution, which has always been the social component of our government, again, providing healthcare, education, housing, so that these things are kept as priority every time income comes from any of these new projects under the anti-blockade law and overall. So we're fighting this, but it surely has been an attack on this area of education. Again, the purpose of sanctions is hurting people. The purpose of sanction is hurting the country and hurting the capability of the country to provide for the people, because the idea is that they will make people suffer enough so that they would turn against its own government. So that's why I think it is important that we keep this in mind. All the social programs are always going to be under attack by sanctions. Until we get rid of those sanctions, we'll always have to be finding creative ways and creative solutions so that we don't, we maintain the focus of our policies, which is to provide dignified living for our people. Thank you.